live with AirPlay21.
Welcome to AirPlay21. We're just counting down the weeks, almost over with May. Do you believe it? Almost summertime. We'll work through June and take July and August off, and we'll start up big and strong in the fall. So send me your scripts, send me your resumes, whatever you like. We got lots of reading to do in the fall. Tonight's play is by one of our old favorite playwrights. She hasn't been with us for some time, but very positive, very powerful. And my dear friend, co-host Christy Donahue is going to tell us about it.
Thanks, Connie. Fiction Friction by Vivian C. Lermond. Vivian is an award-winning playwright who has penned more than 100 plays and monologues that have entertained audiences in the US, Mexico, England, Scotland, Canada, and Australia. Her full-length drama comedy, Back to Bethlehem, PA, premiered off-Broadway in 2006 at the Manhattan Theater Club. In addition to her stage plays, Vivian has also written 2 full-length screenplays that were awarded first place in 2 highly competitive screenwriting contests. She has taught playwriting at a local college and has facilitated playwriting workshops at writing conferences. Vivian has been a proud member of the Dramatists Guild since 1998. Carrie Wesolowski. She's our director, and she's playing the part of Irene. Carrie was born and raised in NYC, and she is a New York City-based actor, director, host, and singer who has appeared in international news programs, film, television, and theater productions. Carrie's recent projects include directing and playing Destiny in Connie Kepfinger's Simon Says, which was one of 11 finalists in Playbill's VTF Live, and was most recently streaming worldwide as part of Manhattan Rep's Stories Film Festival, and playing Mandy in Dermalogic, which can still be seen on Theater for the New City's YouTube channel. It's always such a joy for Carrie co-hosting, directing, and acting on AirPlay. Juan Perez is playing the part of Richard. Juan studied film, theater, and acting at New York University, Brooklyn College, and Michael Howard Studios. He has performed in theatrical and cinematic productions for over a decade. Theatrically, he has performed in productions including A View from the Bridge, Wait Until Dark, and Pulp Shakespeare. In video productions, Juan parlayed his memorable performance as Bernardo in Jose's Place into the uniquely manic lead in La Casa Loca, Maverick Entertainment. Juan currently produces videos for corporate clients and artists in Los Angeles. Now here's a little bit about the play. A chance meeting changes the course of 2 lives. Richard, a middle-aged academic type, and Irene, also middle-aged and bookish, who are caught in a no man's land between ambivalence and complacency. And now, Fiction Friction.
Excuse me. Seems like Waterfall Park is 1 bench short of solitary seating today. You mind sharing your space?
Not at all. It's not my bench, it's city property.
Yeah, fully funded by our taxpayer dollars. Beautiful day. Indian summer and independence. My favorite time of year. Mother Nature's last hurrah before. Are you all right?
Quite. I just finished the most compelling read.
Flaubert? Madame Bovary. Quite an enthralling romance, if you favor that genre.
Madame Bovary is hardly a romance. It is a tragedy of the human spirit.
Ah.
Moby Dick? Honestly, I have never understood Ishmael's passionate pilgrimage to take vengeance on a whale.
It's purely metaphorical.
For what?
Passages.
Passages. That is certainly a definition crafted by the broad stroke of a brush.
A solid stroke with a defining line between love and hate. Personally, I'm at an impasse between both.
Impossible.
I'm ambivalent.
Perhaps you just choose to desensitize the truth of your emotions.
I had emotions. I gave them up.
Feelings are not a choice.
Repressing them is.
So you read Moby Dick, an emotional treatise to one man's anger and formidable focus on revenge.
And you, Madame Bovary, a tale of a woman thwarted by the complexities of a failed soiree into emotional gratification.
Ha! You've read it, Finn.
Required reading at university when your life's work is teaching literature.
Perhaps we can agree that great fiction is simply an escape from our own reality.
Or a reflection of it.
My ordinary life is hardly a mirror of Emma Bovary.
Ordinary. A stalled plot without conflict, based on one own's failure to risk. It is so much easier to be a voyeur to someone else's struggles than facing our own.
A valid point.
We have a truce then. My name is Richard.
Irene. Yes, facts, Richard, bypass opinion and stand on their own merit.
I stand informed on your personal opinion.
You're a contrary man, and you are hardly as wise as you imagine. You have no idea about my personal opinion.
You have made your opinions quite clear. You savor the flavor of fiction over real life and hold a certain hard anger against your own insipid reality.
Insipid. You know nothing about my life, and you, Richard, are a disgruntled academic who finds his personal power in flinging adjectives about. I am checking out from this oblique conversation.
Have you ever checked in?
To what?
A storyline that is biographical.
Well, maybe you should take a look at your life and your absorption with great revenge. Goodbye.
Please. Look, a part of me needs to conquer old demons. Moby Dick is a reminder of my own insolence against losses I can never regain. Don't leave. We're strangers, maybe, but both of us fatigued from our personal battles and a life of drawing lines of demarcation.
Lines of demarcation. A perfect allegory of life.
Yes.
Look, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
There's always a marked silence after a battle, I imagine. A certain fatigue, as you say. You do have quite the penchant for words.
Language is easy to manipulate. Life has the annoying pattern of manipulating us.
And so we flee the battleground of our inescapable path of human conflicts and conundrums, finding solace in the fantasy world of fiction.
And I am a 21st century Harry Houdini, a literary escape artist.
Well, you know, reality can be claustrophobic.
The seekers knew.
Seekers?
Pioneers. People from centuries past who headed out from right here, westbound on the Santa Fe Trail.
A place where dreams locked onto possibilities.
With a fearless belief in taking chances, unbridled by a fear of failure.
Questers in search of a finer reality.
Independence, the city where people came to lay tracks to a new life that carried them away from the old.
People passionate about blurring the lines of demarcation.
Passionate, bold, and outraged, willing to go for the gusto. Kiss me.
Oh no, I couldn't. Just... That kiss, Richard, was not ambivalent.
It was a circumvention of fiction.
You're a cheeky man.
Impudent.
Incorrigible.
Unexpected.
Deliciously irreverent.
The best things in life usually are.
My lunch break is over.
What trail would you like to travel from here?
I don't have an answer to that.
Might I suggest Cafe Verona on the Square? They have a great dinner menu.
A killer carbonari.
I'm a sucker for the steak rigatoni. A grilled Kansas City strip with caramelized onions, fresh basil and asparagus, all tossed in a decadent creamy marsala sauce, topped off with a healthy dose of shaved Parmesan. Will you join me tonight?
Well,
Say yes, Irene. I've just cause to celebrate a victory.
oh, what would that be?
A new passage, a return voyage from ambivalence.
Welcome back, brave Ulysses.
So,
So, Yes.
I'll meet you there at 6. Perhaps a new odyssey begins.
Purely biographical.
And perhaps we can linger over coffee and discuss that hedonistic hellion from Hannibal.
Samuel Longhorn Clemens, Missouri's most literary son.
Mark Twain, a man of superior skill in melding facts with fiction.
On that, I would agree. But with the exception of my perception.
Perhaps your perceptions might take us past coffee into a solid dinner debate, aided and abetted by a dram of Drambuie.
Or Chambord.
And maybe some non-literary melding.
You're such a character.
Character? Nope. I'm the real deal. See you at 6.
End of play. Thanks for listening. Join us next week for AirPlay.